Let's welcome to the table for the first time anchor Manesh Chapman. Manesh is an Army veteran, a healing practitioner, and executive director of Love and Light Internal New Consciousnesses, right? Could I say that? Consciousness. I added extra S's. I apologize. As Director of Harmonizing Masculinity Collective and Senior Management Consultant for Transinclusive Group, Manesh advances trans-masculine healing, housing access, advocacy mentorship, and inclusive leadership. Manesh, so Transinclusive Group is going to host a talent show and Trans Day of Visibility. Let us know what's going on.
So Transinclusive Group is hosting 2 inspiring community events this March in South Florida, celebrating creativity and visibility. On March 21st from 8 p.m. to midnight, the Quiet Revolution Community Unplugged Mixer is hosting a trans-masculine talent show. We invite community members to share their voices through performances and artistic expression. The evening promises authentic storytelling, creativity, and a welcoming space where attendees can celebrate identity and collective joy. The private venue location will be shared with registered guests. If you aren't following us already, follow us on Harmonizing Mask Collective on Instagram. Details will be available on transinclusivegroup.org/events. Later in the month, the organization will host a Transgender Day of Visibility celebration on March 31st from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. at the Pride Center at Equality Park. The event will feature live entertainment performances and opportunities for community members and allies to gather in an affirming environment that uplifts transgender lives and experiences. These events are designated to strengthen community connections while honoring the transgender voices. More details on our social media and at transinclusivegroup.org/events.
You got a lot going on, Manesh.
Yes.
But 2 incredible events, like, my goodness. Yes. So on the 21st, basically an open mic night, right? Like whatever you want to bring your talent to do, you can.
Well, it's more so an intentional retreat gathering, because this mixer is actually in coordination with our retreat, which is the Echoes of Peace, the Quiet Revolution retreat. We wanted to have an intentional space where trans-masculine folks' voices are spotlighted and heard. And so what we wanted to do was give each of our members that are coming to the retreat an opportunity for that visibility that we need right now, especially with the climate that's happening. And so with that, we also invited a few other trans-masculine identifying folks to come in and also share their talents inside of the mixer. And we wanted community to come together so that we can go ahead and build that intentional solidarity amongst us.
Oh, I love that even more. I love that even more. There are very few places and spaces for trans masked men. I mean, there really is. You hardly ever really hear of it. I mean, mostly it's been known in our community forever that, like, you know, trans men kind of like go into society and just live life, right? You know, free, like they want to. And unfortunately and fortunately, we don't really get to have events like this. And you're giving a place that's a safe space for someone to come and share their talent with other people, you know, and be spotlighted for it. So have people signed up already? Like, what do you know? Like, are people singing? Are people doing spoken word? Are people doing poetry?
So it's a mix. It's a mix. We have so many talented people. We have someone who actually creates his own music. He's all over social media. I will also be doing spoken word pieces. We have someone who's actually playing his guitar while singing. So it's a wide array of people who will be performing that night. So we're pretty excited about it.
I love that. I love that. Okay, and when you buy tickets or when you register, that's when you get the location place, right? Because we always want to keep it safe.
It's being sent automatically to you after you register.
Okay, so folks, when you see the flyer, don't be sending Manesh no message going, there's no location on this. You messed up. They didn't, okay? It's for a reason, all right? Let's move over and talk about one of my favorite events of the year, which is Trans Day of Visibility. The folks who perform every year at the Pride Center are mind-blowing. They give us 2 hours and we're usually there for 4 because we just have such a blast in community, eating good food, partaking with organizations that support support what we're trying to do in being inclusive. And they take up the whole equality park. I mean, there is tables and tables and tables of wonderful organizations that are showing you, not just talking, they're showing up.
Right.
You know, so I look forward to Trans Day of Visibility every year, and it's coming up on the 31st. It's always on the 31st. Don't listen to the crazy news. Always on the 31st. We didn't move it to Easter to be funny last year, okay? It was the day that it landed on. Hi, people sometimes. Anyway, tell me a little bit about Trans Day of Visibility from your seat.
Well, you know, you're hosting, so you know that's the wonderful thing. That's the wonderful thing, by the way. Faye, what is hosting? So the wonderful thing about Transinclusive Group and Tatiana, who is the executive director of Transinclusive Group, such a beautiful soul. The wonderful thing is, of course, now, of course, I've already mentioned the visibility piece, but it also gives us a space to control that narrative that we're having to combat these days. So being intentional about getting folks in front, I'm also going to be performing then too.
Yeah.
In a space of visibility for trans masculine folks. So having that space every year to highlight the celebration, not just you know, the space where we're having to highlight where we're passing for one reason or another, but having a space to celebrate our resilience. The fact that no matter, they keep telling us that you're basically not people that don't deserve the basic human rights of life. We're still choosing to thrive in a climate where they would just wish we would just kind of disappear.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
So I'm very grateful for T-Dove every year.
Oh my God. TIG. And thank you to the Pride Center, and thank you for Transinclusive Group for putting it together. They are the heart of TDOV, right? They are the ones who said, okay, we're going to do this Trans Day of Visibility event, but we're going to invite the other transgender organizations to be a part of it, you know?
Right.
A lot of times in nonprofit, it's like, no, mine, you can't. If you come to my party, you can't go to their party. You know, it's not like that with Transinclusive Group. They're like, no, Trans Social, come on in. You know, we need you. Trans Ed, come on over here. You know, I mean, and another even gay organizations, you know what I mean? They're like, come on, let's go. Let's be a part of it, you know?
The battle, as we go through this, we'll see that the battle is not just with one group of people. It's literally everybody underneath the umbrella that considers themselves to be queer, LGBTQ, any part of that. Everybody is pretty much a subject for a fire.
That part. Please. John, you go with me every year. I mean, you also are the first one they're setting up. He gets there early to things. Just, deal with it, you know what I mean? But like, you've seen how it's grown. I mean, there's at least 200 people there every year, even more. I mean,
you always go. This is one of the most well-attended events consistently year over year that we get to do in our community. And I get there early. I like to get a little video of it. I like to do interviews. Like sometimes the host will be very gracious and give me an interview before we get started. So it's worth getting there. And it's worth getting there early just for the food, because the food is always
They don't play, but they don't
great.
play around.
Yeah.
When it comes to Transinclusive, they don't play around with the food. You don't understand. Like they have like forums and they have events, and they always have food. You know what I mean? I will show up at the wrong event and be like, oh, it's a trans mask event. You sure I can't get food, right? You know what I mean? Because they throw down.
Well, at our event, we will have food because Harmonizing Masculinity Collective is a program up underneath Transinclusive Group. So we do get that. Yeah.
But am I lying though?
You ain't lying.
No, I'm not.
I mean,
they have incredible fellowship meetings over at Transinclusive Group on Thursday evenings, and they have all these different kind of events you wouldn't even know. Go and follow them so you could find out for sure. Like Manesh said, I am hosting. I think this is my 4th year hosting, and I can't tell you how ridiculously humbled I am by the fact that I get to host this event. I am not a trans woman. I'm not trying to represent them. They don't need me at all to lead them this evening. I went to Tatiana and Adriana a couple of years ago and said, I don't know what the F to do. I'm a cisgendered lesbian, Latina, and I got to do more for you, but I don't know what it is, okay? I don't have an organization. I'm not a doctor. I don't know. What can I do? We'll put you to work, girl.
Right.
We'll give you a call in the week. I got the call in a week. And since then, that's been my job every year, is to host that event. So Thank you, Transinclusive Group. Thank you to the whole team over there. Tatiana, Chris, Adriana, my sister, I love you. Manesh, all you folks for everything that you do, because the fight is here and you're at the front lines fighting.
Right.
You're not letting anybody stand in your way. And we're all here to walk with you in whatever capacity we can.
Ashe, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, Queer News Tonight looks forward to seeing you at these events. So mark your calendar, all right? The Quiet Revolution Community Unplugged Mixer on March 21st, and also Trans Day of Visibility on March 31st. So March 21st and March 31st, okay? And you can get all that information by following Transinclusive Group on Instagram or on Facebook. And there is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.